What up, everybody? It's your boy Agent, and we're back once again. I was waiting a little long. Michigan, we talked about their season. We talked about it last week. They beat Ohio State, but the next thing up was a huge win in recruiting momentum and whatnot. I talked about how I love to ruin Ohio State season, although they're still against a college football player, but I still think they're a vulnerable team. With that being said, it's time to move on to what we want to call the offseason with Michigan. We talked about it earlier in the season. It looked bleak. It looked grim. Recruiting should have been better. We've always talked about Michigan they should be in elite, at least top 10, I believe top 8 program in recruiting with the resources they have, the money they have now, as they showed this ability to be great. Like we talked about now, moving into this next level of college football with the transfer portal, NIL, recruiting, all that, salaries, all that. Whatnot. Michigan needs to ample up all that power and make it viable and keep up with the competition. Otherwise, you'll get left. Some of the powerhouses like Ohio State does a good job recruiting. I hate to say Alabama, LSU's of the world, the Miami spending this money, doing what they need to do, the Georgias of the world. They got to keep up. So now you have to, if you want to be elite, you got to show you want to be elite, and they're showing that. Now, we have this early signing day period, which was 3 days, which was Wednesday through Friday. So I was waiting till Friday. I was waiting on a certain recruit to see what happens. But with that being said, Michigan had 23 guys committed on Wednesday. Ultimately, what happened was that 22 out of the 23 guys signed with Michigan. Even got a guy to flip back, like Nathaniel Marshall, who committed to Michigan, flipped to Auburn, and then flipped back to Michigan. But with that being said, the only guy I was waiting on, I figured it was happening. He flipped. He ended up flipping from Michigan to Ohio to Penn State, and that's Andrew Olesh, the tight end from Pennsylvania. So out of the other 22 guys, all signed. Committed to their deal. So right now, according to, I use 2 sites. I like 247 Sports, which is getting their own threes, which is emerging real legit recruiting service. They both have Michigan currently sitting at 9th right now. The early sign day period has. Mind you, they have what we used to call the normal sign day, is the evolution of college football is changing. That is in first week of February. So with that being said, Michigan will finish with their best class since 2022, but there's still 2 guys who I'm looking at that Michigan can get. Maybe there's some other radar guys, but these are the 2 guys I believe Michigan has a legit shot to get. Ty Haywood, a 5-star offensive tackle out of the state of Texas. He's currently committed to Alabama, but I believe he's going to flip. I don't think Alabama's in the running anymore. I believe he's going to flip. Now there's rumors that it's either Michigan, Texas Tech, I've heard, and then I even heard there was another rumor that dark horse Oregon, which I hope is not the case. I hope Michigan can find a way to pull this out. Got to get him on campus, which they've been trying to do. They've been talking to him, so he ended up moving his commitment date back. He wants to see the campus. I think they're gonna be able to get it done. I think they're gonna be able to flip him. That can help move them up. Pair him with Andrew Bass, man, that would be great too. Elite offensive tackles. And then another guy, Zaire Mathis. He's from the state of Pennsylvania. He was previously committed to Ohio State, but he decommitted from Ohio State, and now he's pushing his commitment day back to the late signing day period. But Michigan has to get him on campus. I know he's interested, so Michigan, go get another edge. You lost Jalen Williams, a guy who was committed for a while and ended up flipping to Wisconsin. That's a guy you could get. Add those guys. I think maybe you can move up a spot or 2 and finish 7, and that's great for Sharon Moore considering the momentum they've got since Bryce Underwood is committed. And let's get to that. The jewels of this class. Obviously, the number one question coming into the season, and as the season started, was the quarterback play. Michigan was able to pull the inevitable, and I talked about it. Who cares if it's an NIL? I don't really care. And they pulled the inevitable, and they flipped the number one player in the country and from my state, Michigan, Bryce Underwood. As soon as he flipped, things have changed. So he's the jewel of this class, and they're going to build it around him. Yes, they're going to build it around him. So I can't complain. Then you also, I think another jewel of the class is offensive tackle Andrew Babilow, like I talked about. A big get for Sharon Moore. So far he has 2 5-stars in class, and they could potentially, like I said, get Ty Haywood. So that would be 3 5-stars. And then they went out and got 2 wide receivers, Jacob Washington and Jamar Browder, one from the state of Louisiana, one from the state of Florida, both 6'3" size. Michigan needs size at receiver, and these guys can come in to make an immediate impact. But I do believe Michigan is going to attack the portal for some wide receiver help and some wide receiver play. And then on the defensive side, the secondary elite recruit Lamar Morgan came over from Louisiana. He's done a great job being able to flip Shamari Earls from Georgia. Elite corner who I believe is going to be starting right away. Also got Elijah Dotson, Bryce Underwood's teammate at Belleville High School. He's going to play on the defensive side of the football, play wide receiver at Belleville as well. Also, Kanoa Watson, he's not in the early enrollee because of his school academics otherwise, but he's going to be an elite in that nickel safety secondary. Jordan Young, who flipped from Clemson, elite. And then Jaden Sanders, a really underrated, I think one of Michigan's best grabs, a super tall corner, lanky from the state of Texas. Michigan's done a great job. Also, like I said, they got Nathaniel Marshall to flip earlier. I got Nathaniel Owusu-Boateng, linebacker. Brian G. Mary needed to get a linebacker. I thought they were going to be able to get Bradley Gompers too. Guy that was committed to Duke, but he ended up staying. So that's a good get for Brian G. Mary. I think the crew class is great. This is a great start for Sharon Moore. I think I told people they wanted him fired. I said he needed another season. He needed to get recruited off season. So far, check one of recruiting. He's done a great job at that. Also, I'll be back the next day or so to give you guys the college football playoff is going to be revealed here shortly as I'm recording. This is right before noon on Sunday. And then they'll also announce where Michigan's going to play their bowl game. So I'll get to that later in this week. But continue on. Michigan's done a great job at recruiting. Now, the next thing that I do is attack this transfer portal. Yes, attack this transfer portal. Got to go get some wide receiver help as well. Like I said, we signed some guys, but we need to get some immediate impact. Donovan McCulley, a guy from Indiana, visited. So we'll see who's going to visit. We need to get some offensive line help. I know we got a guy who's at Liberty, who just entered transporter from Liberty's going to come in. So we're going to see. I think Michigan's going to spend this money, bro. We want to get back to this elite and be elite. I'm not going to be 7-5, but I can say the momentum is steaming right now. The other team I would say is right there with us is the University of Florida, who's done a great job as well. These Napiers turned it around. I think everything is looking up from Michigan. The momentum is great. Fans, all of us, were on a high right now, but like I said, these things take time. And then also, one important news I didn't get to is Michigan fired offensive coordinator, or Sharon Moore, I should say, fired offensive coordinator Kirk Campbell. I was in Michigan a few years, but I think it was the right move. That's going to be a very interesting move. I think they're going to go to a more multiple set look, more of offensive coordinator who's going to suit Bryce strengths. And Michigan's never going to go away from running the football. They have elite running backs as well. They're never going to go away from doing that, but they're going to be multiple, more advanced and keep up with the modern day system. So I think it's going to be very important. So as soon as they hire a guy, I'll be back to talk about that. But that's one important news. Sharon's had to shake up the staff. Wink Martindale solidify himself. He's not going nowhere. He got this defense better. You get him more talent, that's even better. So we'll see. I'm happy. I'm happy about where we're going right now. It's great into the season, a great start. So hey, we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated. But I want to give you my thoughts on the early sign day period. So hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, show my channel some love. Also go follow me on Twitter. That's where I mainly be at. I said TikTok coming soon, but also don't forget, go blue, baby. It's your boy Adrian, and I'm out.